but then I didn't know, and it was recording the whole time.
Oh yeah, with Jazz.
Yes, on Friday. But we are live, so this is legit. This is happening, which is exciting. I'm excited to meet people on Monday. Casey, what'd you do this morning for breakfast?
Cereal.
Cereal. What kind?
The cinnamon squares. I forgot what they're called.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yes.
I love the way that flavors the milk. Ooh. That's the best part. I always like that. I always like that when you eat chocolate cereal, the milk turns like chocolate milk. That's a win. What do you have? What are your lunch plans today?
Probably ramen noodles.
Ooh, what kind of ramen?
The Oriental. That's the best flavor.
Oh, I'll have to try that. We made homemade ramen, my sister and I, last week, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually pretty easy. You can make it with your mom, for sure. It took probably 40 minutes. You just have to get all the stuff. So that could be kind of fun. We did shrimp. Do you like shrimp?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. So you can just do chicken.
Yeah.
So you're not a fish person? What's something else? What's something else you want to share? Well, first of all, what's your name?
I am Casey.
Casey, and what grade are you in?
I am in 8th grade.
Yeah, and so what does that mean for you in this season?
I'm going to be a high schooler.
Woo! How do you feel about that?
A little nervous, but that's okay.
Hey, you know what? Day at a time. So for those people that have joined us, we got a couple of friends. Tell them something they don't necessarily know about you.
Well, I mean, everybody knows I'm short, so let's see. I'm a little crazy.
What does that mean?
I'm all over the place.
Yeah? You are a little all over the place. You have so many ideas. I'm like, where'd that even come from? Casey, what's your favorite thing in the whole world to do?
I love ziplining.
Ziplining? Where have you gone ziplining?
Bear Lake.
That's right. Yeah, you love Bear Lake, right? Bear Lake has played a pretty big part in your life, hasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Well, that's an awesome transition. Do you want to share your story with us today? Before you do that, though, I'm going to let everybody know. Thanks so much for joining us for episode 5. That's 5 of Student Stories. We've got Casey here, and she is going to share how Jesus has changed her life, what that's meant for her, and a little bit about what it means for her to be a follower of Christ. So without further ado, Casey, take it away.
Okay. I grew up in a Christian home with amazing parents and brothers. I've always known Christ, but when I felt most connected to God was my first year at Bear Lake Bible Camp. There was a really good message, and it really touched me. The pastor asked us if we wanted to commit our lives to Christ, the Lord and Savior, and I said yes. At that moment, I didn't fully know what it meant, but after hanging out with my best friend Sydney Lowe, who has a huge influence on me and my life, who is really close with God, has really made me want to get baptized, as well as Sacred Space, which is a moment at peace with God.
Nice. So there were a couple different things in there I think maybe we should unpack. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you heard at Bear Lake?
Yeah, so the pastor, there was a good message. I don't know if it was at the beginning or not, and he said, if you want your life to be committed to Christ, having him in your life with you at all times, then say yes tonight. And so I said yes and wrote it in my Bible.
Yeah, that's so fun. It's fun to write that stuff in our Bible to go back and look at it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why do you think you wanted, what did you like about Jesus that you wanted him in your life?
He just, felt, nice.
Felt nice? So what do you think was missing in your life before you knew him?
Just somebody to guide me.
To help you figure out what's right and wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you said yes, but then we talked about, as we were talking through your story, preparing to come and share with everybody, there was this season in between Bear Lake and then Sacred Space. So what is Sacred Space again?
Sacred Space is a quiet place. It was at last year at 621, and there were stations all around. There was an area where you could draw a video and to read about the Bible, and it's just a moment that you could have with God.
So it's specific space that you just throw everything else in your life to the side and you just focus on, do you really want to know God? And grow and know him. And I know that you love coming to all midweek events, right? And hanging out with your friends. But there was a moment that you had with just God alone. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I just one of the stations I think we like sat down. I think I was reading the Bible. I don't remember what I was doing, but I
Hmm.
remember I just prayed and I just sat by myself. I was praying and I really felt him there, and it really like made me feel like refreshed almost.
Yeah, almost like you were new.
Hmm.
Yeah, prayer's a big deal to you, isn't it? Can you tell us a little bit about what prayer means to you? Like, what does that actually look like when you pray?
So what I do when I pray is I close my hands, I close my eyes, I try and find the quietest place, but if not, I just try to black out noise. I
Mm.
close my eyes, I bow my head, and I just like ask for forgiveness for like sins that I've done that day or things that I've done that I don't feel right about. And then I ask him for something if he can help me with something.
Got it. That's really cool. I love that idea of prayer. Like, first, you need to get right with God. You need to recognize that, like, yep, I need a savior. I'm not perfect, and that's okay. And then once you have that part, then you move into this place where you're like, and because I know that, I know you're going to provide for me, which is cool. We talk about that a lot in discipleship. You're always looking for ways to pray. So, why is prayer so important in relationship with God?
I find it really important just just to get right with him, like to feel like to take all the extra like weight off your shoulders, just to feel better.
Yeah, because he shows you the way, right? He helps you make your decisions, and it's important to you to make decisions that are most loving for people, isn't it? Yeah, I know that from our time spent together. That you're always looking for the best way to care for people and to bring God glory. So tell me, what is your favorite thing about God after being in a relationship with Him?
Favorite thing is just yeah, being a happier person.
Yeah, you think He gives you joy?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Well, after like giving him everything, like all the bad things, just talking to him, and just like makes you feel better. It makes you happier.
Yeah, because you know that you have someone that you can go to that
Mhm.
loves you. Yeah, so if there's someone sitting at home watching your video, whether it's today or years from now, whatever it may be, because it's gonna be around for a long time, what would you say if they're considering knowing God?
Don't be scared to like ask anybody if you want to like get to know him better. Just open your Bible because the more you open your Bible and read about it, the more you feel more connected. And just don't be scared to talk to a leader about it because they will get want to get you involved in it.
Yeah, and what book would you recommend they start with?
John.
Yeah, because we've been studying that, right? And it's so cool the things that we've been learning about Jesus and how the whole story is connected, right? That's awesome. So we decided we love Jesus. We want to be in relationship with Him. What does that look like for you on a daily basis?
Um, it just wait,
Remember,
what do you mean?
like, remember maybe you pray in the morning or you pray at night. Maybe studying the Word for discipleship. Like, how do you continue to grow in your relationship with God?
Well, like you said, praying. I pray a lot. Like before I go to bed sometimes, because I'll just think about the things that I did. Maybe they were good, maybe they were bad. And I also ask that my family stays safe.
Mhm.
And then I pray a lot, actually.
Yeah, I know. Like we said, that's probably one of your spiritual gifts is the gift of prayer, which is so cool because it can be so powerful to be in communication with God and to be advocating for people. So that's something maybe we continue to talk about in discipleship when we meet on a weekly basis and continue to grow in your relationship. So we're getting to the end here, and we've got friends that think you're cool. They're like, whoa. Casey seems joyful. She seems fun. She knows God. I want to know God. How do I know God? What would you tell them?
I know God through discipleship has got me a lot closer
Mm-hmm.
because I learned about Him a lot. And also, I know God from church because I pay attention to the messages sometimes.
Hey, I respect it.
And also Bear Lake Bible Camp.
Got it. So you're surrounding yourself with communities that are faith communities where people can point you back to Jesus. You're spending time learning just who God is, and you have leaders that are pouring into your life that are a couple feet down the road on this journey with Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, and absolutely we do these things because we know Jesus, he's changed our life, and we want to see other people experience that life change too. And the easiest way to do that is just to know that you need a savior, right? To say, "Hey, I am trying to do this on my own and I'm failing. I feel like there's more in life. Maybe it's Jesus." And so you choose Jesus, you follow him, and you become a disciple, and you allow him to work in you, to restoring you back to who he's created you to be, but also to work through you to love your family and your friends, and to care about the world around you. And I think those are some of the conversations we have in discipleship, which is when Casey and I and a couple other girls meet weekly to talk about the book of John and to pray together. Just really talk about life too. We talk about the plans that we would do if we weren't in shelter in place. I'm for sure we want to do a sleepover this summer. But just doing life together as Christ followers is important too. So, well, Casey, if you had anything else to say to your friends in regards to how Jesus has changed your life, what would you say?
It's a good choice to have him in your life.
Yeah. What do you hope he continues to do in your life?
Continue to answer my prayers.
Yeah, to be faithful to you, which he will, because he has in the past, right? And he's the same today, yesterday, and tomorrow, so we can hold on to that for sure, which is awesome. Hey, do you have any shout outs for anybody?
Cindy Lowe!
Oh, yeah! Hopefully she's watching, or you're going to share this link with her later today. But thanks so much, Casey, for joining us and sharing your story, for being brave and bold. It can be nerve-wracking to come and speak online to people, but I'm so proud of you and how far you've come over the last couple months. So, friends, thank you so much for joining us on Lunch with Life Youth. We always love spending time with you and sharing what God is doing so that you can start to see different ways of what that looks like. We want to encourage you to come on Wednesday. We've got midweek here live. Shay is going to be teaching week 3 of our self-care series, and we're talking about mental health. He's going to be talking about anxiety and depression and what God has to say about that. And I'm sure a lot of us have been experiencing a little bit of those things in this season, as it's been really challenging. So make sure you don't miss out. 6:30 here for midweek this Wednesday. So thanks for joining us, you guys. We'll see you later. Bye.